The Radio 104.5 10th birthday celebration. Day 1.
Saturday, May 13th.
Radio 104.5 Backstage with the artist we know as Rag and Bone Man.
Hello, sir.
Hello there. You're also known as Rory.
Yes.
Do your friends call you Rag and Bone Man or Rory?
No, they don't. They call me Rory.
Because it probably, as the stage name Rag and Bone Man, it probably is a little bit weird for someone to just start calling you Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange.
All right. Well, I'll try not to refer you to as anything, so it doesn't seem strange. All right. Now, welcome to Philly. We were just talking before we got a microphone that the rainy weather we have outside is pretty much standard for you and Brit.
Yeah, it feels like home.
So should we blame you for this?
Yeah, I brought it with me.
Have you been to the States before?
Yeah, I've been a few times.
Did you do a proper tour of the States previously? Or?
No, I never.
Okay.
I never toured properly. I played in various different places, but never kind of full on.
So have you been to Philadelphia before?
Never.
All right. Well, welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you very much.
Do you have a few minutes in town to enjoy like a cheesesteak or visit the Rocky Steps? I don't know if you know about that.
I don't have any time. Unfortunately, we're in and out, but I'll be back. So.
Well, next time you come to Philadelphia, you have to get a cheesesteak. And we have the Philadelphia Museum of Art where the famous movie Rocky, he ran up the steps and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Those are the two things that have to be on your to-do list when you get to Philly.
All
so
right.
You were just in New York. You played the Today Show, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, man.
Do they show the Today Show in the UK?
No, I don't think so.
All right. It's a pretty big deal here to be on the Today Show.
Yeah, man.
So, congratulations on all the success. It's been quite a year. You run a couple Brit Awards that you're in the company of people like Adele and Florence Welch. Do you feel pressure when you win that?
Nah,
No?
not really.
No.
No, and it's a beautiful thing to happen, getting those awards, the accolades and the recognition. But ultimately, I just carry on doing what I'm doing, so I don't really feel the pressure.
All right. And I guess you're friends with Dan Smith and Bastille, who's also on this bill. Have you guys run into each other?
We have. We just ate lunch together, which was really nice. Because as it goes with musicians, you never really see people that much because everyone's on a different bill, or you don't bump into each other as much as you'd like to. So it was great to see those guys.
How did you guys become pals?
Well, actually, the label that I'm signed to underneath Columbia Records is a label that was kind of founded by a friend of mine, my producer, Mark Crew, who is also Dan's producer for Bastille.
All right.
So, that's how we know each other.
So have you guys done any collaborations ever or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, I actually I collaborated with him on the mixtape he did. I did a song with him and Skunk and Nancy. And I haven't
heard them in a long. There's an album they had like the 90s, Paranoid Sunburn.
Paranoid and Sunburn. Yeah.
I used to love that album.
Crazy good
There's
album.
a song called like Weak on there that I really liked. Yeah, they're a great band. I haven't heard them in a long time. Are they still together?
Yeah.
Oh, so because you guys did a collaboration with them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I have to go back and dig out that CD somewhere.
Oh, man, it's a great album.
All right, we're backstage at the Radio 104.5 10th birthday celebration with Rag and Bone. We're going to Rag and Bone Man, Rory. We're going to continue this conversation on Facebook Live on the radio. Right. We're going to send it back to the studio. I like your ink.
Thanks, man.
A lot of tattoos. What was the first one you got?
So like there's like an Indian, and I don't really know why I got it, but now it kind of looks like Gene Simmons, or like
I was thinking Ace Frehley,
or maybe like Brandon Lee from The Crow. It's kind of a terrible tattoo. But
who's the woman next to?
Well, this is meant to be a painting. It was a painting on my grandma's wall, but it also looks like Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
I don't know. Medicine Woman?
Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
Oh, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So they're both equally terrible tattoos, but
No, that's cool. Actually, my two favorites are the Funk and Soul on your knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
How did you decide on those two?
Well, I'm from Brighton, and there used to be a big thing where people would ride motorbikes from London to Brighton, and it was big Harley riders, bikers, and they always had tattoos on their knuckles. When I was a kid, I found that was the coolest thing to me ever. So I always thought, like, when I get older, I'm going to get knuckle tattoos. But I couldn't really get love and hate because, I'm not a biker. So funk and soul kind of, relates to me.
I like the irony of having like peace and love on your knuckles. I guess you run out of letters for peace, though. All right. So what's the next tattoo you're going to get?
I don't know. I'd love to say I've got time to do it, but I don't. We've got crazy schedules, so I'm hoping that somewhere on the tour I can stop and get something.
Great. You're from Brighton. How far is that from London?
Oh, it's not far. It's like the same distance from here to New York.
Okay. Is that near Stonehenge?
No, that's like southwest near
Okay.
Glastonbury.
The last time I went to England, I went to Stonehenge, and that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. So if we ever go to Brighton, what would we do if we visit Brighton?
Well, you should do kind of the tourist thing and go along the seafront and ride some of the funfair kind of rides and I don't know. Maybe there's some really cool music venues in Brighton. There's a really cool music venue called the Concord 2, and it's right on the seafront. It's really historical. All the bands over the years have played there. So that's really great. And it's just a really nice vibe of a city.
Right. Is there, as your music is being introduced to a lot of people, I mean, you've had amazing international success starting in the UK, and I'm sure you've played some pretty big rooms. Is there a room or an event that you're like, man, when I get there, that's when I've made it, whether it's like headlining Glastonbury or the O2 or something? What for you is the defining moment when you get there?
Well, it's one of those things. When I was younger, I always wanted to play the Concord in Brighton, but that's only like 500 people, and I did that like 4 years ago.
That's old news.
Yeah, it's old news. But on this next tour in the UK, I'm playing like 3 days at Brixton Academy.
Okay.
And that was one of those ones that I put up there on a pedestal. Like, I thought I'd never play that venue. So that for me is very high up there on my list of things to do. And we're going to do it this year.
Yeah,
so.
you got a new single, Skin, which is taking the radio by storm, which I was telling the guy from your label, Human is an amazing song. I actually like Skin better. For whatever that's worth.
Well, we always thought that Skin was going to be the single.
All right.
Human was meant to be like a little ramp up into it, but
so it sort of took you by surprise when.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things. You could say that a song is like from a kind of record label perspective that a song is going to be a hit or whatever they say, but I don't really believe that because it's people that decide that. Yeah. It's just.
I think when people hear your vocals on Human, you have this beautiful, powerful voice, and people just hear it. It just people are like, what is that? I've never heard something like that before. And then, frankly, when you've heard this before, when they see it's like with this 7-foot band with a big beard, it's not what people would expect. So. Yeah,
totally. I understand, that it doesn't. I don't necessarily sound like I look.
Yeah. What are we worried about? Like 7'2" or so?
I'm not Shaq. I'm like.
I think we got to get you on Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, you know what? I reckon I could come back as like Hodor's long lost brother or something.
Hodor.
Yeah, exactly. I could be that.
Awesome. All right, it's Rag and Bone Man backstage at the Radio 104.5 birthday celebration. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure, man.
Oh, before we end, we want you to win $20,000.
Okay, let's try.
Our sponsor, the New Jersey Lottery, gave us these scratch-off tickets. So, right. I think one of the guys from the Unlikely Candidates won a boat. I'm not sure. He might have been making that up. No, I think he had a picture of a boat, so we were trying to figure out if he actually won a boat. So I can't see that to see if you actually won anything. We've been doing this every year. We're trying to figure out who's won the most money. Josh says that El King won $50. So
this has got to be larger than this one.
Are you the $20,000 winner? Big money, big money, big money.
I got nothing.
Oh, nothing. Darn it. All right.
I'm never coming back here again.
All right. Thank you, Rag and Bone Man.
Thanks, man.